with that delicious last course. To help make Charlotte sleep. It's a delicious last course. Oh, the delicious, I don't mind with that delicious last course. Oh, Miss Chalice just wants to be just as real can be. With a wonder tart, she can then take heart as off to the bakery. Chef Saltbaker has a plan, the best tart maker in the land. If they're expedient with the ingredients, then he might just lend a hand. With that delicious last course, oh, that delicious last course. If there's a single meal to help make Chalice real, it's a delicious last course. Oh, the delicious last course. Oh, the delicious last course. Searching out the part to make the wonder tart for the delicious last course. Using recipes to get necessities for the delicious last course. Making a song as long as nothing goes wrong. With that delicious last course. Cuphead, Mugman, and Chalice make a deal. As a team.
It's delicious last course, the delicious last course. What can eat the fill, still stay until the delicious last course. Alright, hello, hello, hello. I hope the audio level is normal, but just in case I'll drop it a few pips. Just wants to be just as real as you and me. With the wonder tart, she can then take hearts off to the bakery. Alright, chat. Cuphead or Mugman? I'll let you all choose. I got red. We got blue. There's no gameplay differences. But I'll let y'all choose. Alright. Of course. Once upon a time, in a magical place called Inkwell Isle, there were two brothers named Cuphead and Mugman. Also, actually, BRB real quick. Alright, I'm back. One day, the two boys wandered far from home, and despite the Elder Cattle's many warnings, ended up on the wrong side of the tracks and entered the Devil's Casino. Inside, Cuphead and Mugman soon found themselves in a winning streak at the craps table. Hot dog! I'm not feeling like reading all this. But I will give y'all enough time to read it. What a fine pickle you boys have gotten yourselves into. I know you don't want to be pawns of the devil, but if you refuse, I can't bear to imagine your fates. For now, you must play along for now, collect those contracts. And you'd best be ready for some nasty business. Your debtor friends won't be very friendly once you confront them. In fact, I expect they'll transform into a terrible beast. Take this potion so they don't hang you out to dry. will give you the most remarkable magical abilities. Now go to my writing desk and use a mystical inkwell there. You need to prepare yourselves for a scrap. Yeah, but I don't need to go. Like, the show is clearly its own continuity, but with the way the show ends right where this game starts. I technically didn't need to talk to him because I don't need those coins, but you know what? Oh well. Also, I hope the audio levels are normal. Ba-da-da-dum-dum. But oh no! I missed the parry. Ba-da-dum-dum, bum-ba-bum. Ba-da-dum-dum, bum-ba-ba-da. Alright, if I take no damage, I can get an S rank. Or A+ rank, because S rank is exclusive to expert mode. There we go. Easy. So I do have the art book of Cuphead, and it has a lot of studio, like production notes. It's pretty fascinating. You can't say that, Husk. Ooh, you're sitting in front of the final boss in Koromon. Ooh, nice. I hope that goes well for you, Aberdeen. Sounds exciting. I'm in the middle of doing a challenge run here in Cuphead, where I'll be doing every boss, or well, we'll see how my energy is. I'll be trying to going through the whole game with just a standard Peashooter. Because there are quite a lot of fun weapons. Oh, so you want me to not attack the onion, huh? Alright, alright. I can go back and grant the onion mercy. You want to see me give the onion mercy, huh? Well, that's what you get for showing the onion mercy. The little radish actually does add a lot to the difficulty! And because I've skipped a phase, technically the game doesn't mark your progress for that. I'm not showing me. There's no benefit to actually doing that. That's just like a fun thing you can do. Now here's these two. In my opinion, I think they're the hardest boss of the first island. Or isle. Yeah, because it is an entire phase skip. But, see, the thing is, I'm no pro speedrunner, and also I don't speedrun the main game. I speedrun the DLC. Because the DLC, you don't have... For access to the DLC, you only need to play the first run and gun stage, the mausoleum, and then boom, you're in the DLC. Time for the phase transition, where things get weird. Oh my god. For a second there, I thought I was going to fall between the platforms and get hit, but... Alright, that wasn't so bad. They're a lot worse in expert mode. And alas, I took no damage, but I didn't do any parries. Here comes a spooky bunch. I love these ghosts. Also, this is the worst level in the speedrun. Not worst because it's hard or anything, it's just you're literally... There's no fast way to do it. But fun fact about the production of this game, so all the animation was drawn by hand, but then scanned digitally and colored digitally, except for the backgrounds. The backgrounds were in fact painted in watercolor, just like traditional animation from back then. And there we got a power up from Miss Chalice. I'll leave it up to chat, actually. For this challenge run, should I be able to use my super, yes or no? While I let y'all ruminate on whether or not I'm allowed to use my super, I'll go fight this boss. Doesn't really require the super. And if you're not familiar with the game, so there in the bottom left, you can see these cards charge up. Those give me my EX shots. Like so. With your super, if you have 5 cards, you get to use a super move. There's 3 of them in the game. The standard super move is just like this big blast. But if you don't have a super move, it just only lets you do EX shots. That's about it. Whoa! This is my favorite boss theme of the first island. There's beta footage of this boss where it seems before they had a plan to make a phase where there was 2 of them. And also the battle background used to be just a grassland. There is a video out there on YouTube that I really like. Where I think it's called Botanic Ooze. Where someone mixed the boss theme of the vegetables and the slime, because potentially either one can be your first boss, because you can go to either of them first. And one really cool thing I like is that in their themes, the backing beat of the band, like with the horns, is exactly the same. Like, you can combine those songs into 2, and someone did on YouTube years ago, and it sounds so nice. Sorry about clearing my throat. We got the airplane. The hardest achievement to get in the game, in my opinion, is related to the airplane. There is an achievement. for beating a boss only in the mini plane mode. And as you see, the mini plane has like no range. And like no damage too. So I like the gimmick of this boss, because their different phases are based on zodiac signs. They don't do all the zodiac because that'd be insane, but they do some. So if you ever find yourself playing this game as well, pro tip for the plane sections, doing your super move also grants invincibility. Because the moment you get hit, you explode, and you have quite a few iframes after it. Here's one of the freakier phase transitions in the game. If it's red, zoom on by. If it's pass, if it's red, you pass. There we go, first try. Yippee. And while I see, looking at, because I have the stream open on my phone, I see there's the usual bitrate crunchiness. I hope at least for this game, because of the art style, I hope the crunchiness of the bitrate at least isn't too bad for y'all. Not a bad song. I'm not sure if it's the one I would have chosen to be in Smash. Ooh, already the last phase, which has a very unique mechanic, actually. Y'all remember Yoshi's Island and Touch Fuzzy Get Dizzy? Yeah. That's the only attack in the game that does a visual effect like that. No! Still no deaths, aside from, Actually, wait, give me a moment. I have a thingy. You might hear some noise in the background, sorry. I should make a death counter, because, like, the game... There is an in-game death counter. But I have a thing I can use as a ticker. So if... you know what? I'm going to include the death I had when showing off the radish. So that's one death so far. So I have a little ticker. We'll keep track of how many deaths I get. Time for some chill songs. I'm Mr. King Dice. I'm the gamest in the land. I never play nice. I'm the devil's right-hand man. I can't let you pass, 'cause you ain't done everything. Bring me those contracts, come on, bring 'em to the king. If you haven't finished your task, haven't worked assiduously, no, I cannot let you pass, don't you mess with me. Well, ain't that a pip? Looks like you boys really put the kibosh on them debtors. You can head on over to the next aisle. in the Netflix show, King Dice is actually voiced by Wayne Brady, and he has like 2 songs in the show, and they're both quite good. And I believe King Dice is inspired by Cab Calloway. Also, yeah, confirming with that guy that I have in fact died just the one time. We got Beppy the Clown, which I associate with a mutual, because said mutual is also a game dev, and they made a shitpost visual novel, Beppy the Clown Dating Simulator. They made a dating sim of this dude. I think twice, actually. There's 2 of them. One of these days I'll check them out, because they sound funny. Got the dog balloons. I like the design of the roller coaster. It's cute. Ah, I'm dying. Chat, do you think I can clutch this? So I do recommend the Cuphead show, but fair warning, not every one of these environments and bosses even appears in the show. Only like a handful of them. Although some bosses do get their own episodes that are quite fun. Still a worthwhile show. The Cuphead show, to me, has the same energy as early SpongeBob. I hate this phase so much because of those dang birds. Whoa. Oh my god. I wasn't expecting to get no damage in the last phase. And I still had a time bonus. Okay. Cool. And you know what? This guy, if you talk to him, he gives you another weapon for your plane. But also, if I'm not using any other weapons for run and gun stuff, I won't use any other weapons for the plane. So here we got Jimmy the Great, which I like how it's Jimmy, but it's spelled like Jin with the D. Whoa! Come on, come on, come on, come on! Okay. This phase is weird to me because I have no idea, and I've never bothered Googling it, if attacking every face does something, or if this phase just has a set amount of time. Because I've never seen it be faster or slower. And here's the sarcophagus phase, which I... You know what? After stream, I might hop in a voice chat somewhere. And I might get y'all friends to watch something with me, because... So back in the day, Fleischer Studios made a lot of surreal animation to the point where... That's another death. That beating was for free, no strings attached. So back in the day, for major animation studios, we had Fleischer and we had Disney. Walt Disney is known nowadays as quite scummy. And I won't do a retry for that. Oh well. So Steamboat Willie is not the first cartoon with sound. that credit goes to Fleischer Studios. Fleischer Studios did have whimsy in their animation, but they were very surreal to the point where general audiences, because I think back then, the way they would show these cartoons was they would show them in theaters before the main shows. And I believe general audiences were so... They found the stuff so surreal that a lot of people wanted Fleischer animations to be banned from theaters because it just spooked them that much. And Cuphead takes mostly from Fleischer rather than Disney. I think that's cool. Prime evidence that they take from Fleischer and not Disney is, for example, the character of King Dice. He's inspired by Cab Calloway, a jazz singer, and Cab Calloway back in the day did 3 shorts in collaboration with Fleischer, where they rotoscoped him because, really, they rotoscoped Cab Calloway in 3 different shorts where they have him dancing. If you don't know what rotoscoping is, that's it's tracing. It's literally tracing, but it doesn't diminish. I hate describing it that way because it sounds like it diminishes the effort of animation. But rotoscoping is the method of animation in which you trace over footage of a human actor. It creates this very distinct, fluid look. And what I like about Fleischer's use of... That was on me. What I like about Fleischer's use of rotoscoping is they still keep the characters distinctly non-human in design. Like, it's still cartoonish proportions and stuff, and yet they do successfully manage to rotoscope... Dang, mummies. They do still successfully manage to do the rotoscoping quite well. It's cool. Oh, there's also a secret phase for this boss, but I don't want to do it because it would... I'll go back to this boss later. Oh, Aberdeen, if you're watching. I believe in a voice chat I mentioned this boss fight really sucking, because this is... Baroness von Bonbon, who in the show has the same, like, vague... How do I describe it? She has the same Brooklyn-ish accent as Harley Quinn, and she's delightful in the show. But Baroness von Bonbon, the gimmick here is that you fight a randomized assortment of mini-bosses. Now, there is, of course, a limit to the mini-bosses, but... Man, this fight really sucks to S rank, especially because of the parry requirements. And depending on who appears. No, not the candy corn! The movement of the candy corn is so jank. For me, a sweet tooth is fiendishly uncouth. Oh, we got the waffle. It's not even the most jank of the mini-bosses. I think the worst mini-bosses to get is definitely the candy corn and the muffin. If we get the muffin, you'll see why. The Jawbreaker is definitely the easiest. And... Also, the Jawbreaker is even easy in expert mode because all the changes in expert mode is, there's just an extra Jawbreaker falling behind. Although I wonder for a speedrun what's preferable, because the Jawbreaker is easy, but it does have the longest death animation. But then again, like, speedrunner has no control over what mini-bosses show up. And after killing 3, you finally fight the Baroness herself. And the stage starts moving, and she throws her head. which I believe is literally a reference to Marie Antoinette. With the Peashooter, this sucks. Okay, there we go. Time bonus, parry bonus, super bonus. I have no clue what you would even have to do to get a lower skill level bonus. Like, I've never seen a skill level bonus be not 2 stars. So I don't get it. Some stuff is tangled with me. Alright, I'll save the genie for later. Time to fight Bird. Oh, this is definitely gonna have bitrate issues with the background moving like that. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum, ba-da-dum-dum-dum, ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. This is one of my favorite themes in the whole game. Ah! The game didn't register my input for the special in time. That's so rude. Alright. Phase 2, babe. Not Phase 2, Phase 3, baby. Fortunately for this phase, it's actually quite easy because, that attack is always parryable. Fuck. Oh, this is gonna suck without the alternative weapon. Ah, I died. Even without my feathers, you're in for stormy weather. Ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum dum dum dum. Part of me feels like I should probably save the explosion for the next phase, but it's better to use it immediately and generate more than save it. Oh boy. Oh my god. Oh. Let's go. A+, just barely. Oh my goodness. Like, literally, like, 2 or 3 frames later, I would have lost. Oh, not this way. Alright, I guess we're fighting Jimmy the Great again. Surely Brewing. Oh, I like how he doesn't have shoes, he has lamps. This sucks. If I clear or die again, I'm gonna BRB real quick to properly clear my throat. I've stopped being sick and now I have phlegm again. Eh. Oh, those dang mummies. Frick! Really? Do you need to borrow my sarcophagus? Oh, and I was right there at the phase transition. That's rude. Alright, BRB real quick. Alright, I'm back. Frick! Wait, did I don't think I tickered. Okay, so I might be off by one death in terms of using the ticker, but also I don't remember if I used the ticker before I BRB'd. Okay, there we go. That phase is the one that I care about getting done with fast. This phase is okay because this phase actually has a lot of opportunity. I just literally ran into that. Anyway, as I was saying, this phase has a lot of opportunities to parry. Good thing the hands don't damage you. That would be so obnoxious. Anyway, pay attention to the pyramids, because you want to make sure they're always going to blast a beam in a cross shape. Why is this one giving me so much trouble? I guess the alternate weapon for the plane really is that useful. Because the alternate weapon for the plane is a lob shot, and it is... Frick. The lob shot is especially useful for this phase. Those mummies make me think of Scooby-Doo. Frick! Ah. I have attempted this. Husk, can you kill them? Thank you. Man, it really is like the online equivalent of guards sees that man. Oh, I'm so happy today because I still have to work tomorrow, but I don't have to commute and I only have a half day. And it's also a long weekend, so I'll just get to actually relax. Also, I'll show the secret phase. Why not? If I'm likely to die anyway. He's a little guy who's very dangerous. Like so. I'm at 10 deaths. You know what? We can double check after this with the water guy. Frick! Whoa, 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 whoa. So I believe this background is a mix of watercolor and stop motion. Whoa, that was literally instant. Cool. Okay, there we go. Oh, finally. KH2 could never. You're right. The Jafar fights in both KH1 and 2 just suck so much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the boss that I consider the hardest for this run. It made me stop doing this run last time I attempted it. Also, okay, so I am, in fact, at 10. Okay. My ticker only goes to 99, by the way, which hopefully won't be relevant. Oh god, please don't be relevant. Grim Matchstick and Fiery Frolic. This fight is weirdly enough easier. Also, I like his background. I like how it's watercolor, like the watercolor clouds, but also you got the stop motion castle. Also, this boss theme, I like this boss theme a lot. All the boss themes are good. My biggest complaint with Cuphead music is that a lot of the boss themes are like 4 minutes long, and you don't get to hear large chunks of them, because like at most a fight's 2 minutes. So this fight has a really nice piano solo at like the 3-minute mark. And I bring this up because I shared it in Huska's server. The final boss theme is a medley of a lot of other themes, and the piano solo of this one is in that medley. Ah, frick. We're doing good, though. So, fun fact, this phase is technically bugged. So, those fireballs, if you hit them with any bullet, they explode into a cross pattern. Apparently they're programmed where they're supposed to only explode either up and down or left to right, but they bugged, so they always do both. I am taking my time with this phase. Oh my god. Oh my god, chat, did I do that first try? Oh, I didn't even get a time bonus. Oh my god. Oh, thank goodness. Gaming. Oh, in the original release of these games, these cutscenes weren't animated, they were just still images. Well, I think they had the jittering outlines, but that's about it. The little mugs have some fight in them, I'll say that much. They're making mincemeat out of them debtors. You see, I knew there was something special about those fellas. In the show, they're both very fruity. King Dice is pretty crap. If you haven't finished your task, haven't worked assiduously, don't let you pass, don't you mess with me. Don't blow your wig, Dice. If those two little finks try anything, I'll be waiting. The devil just sounds very fruity in this show. Alright. Do we fight the bee? Or do we fight the pirate first? I don't want to fight the bee first. I hate the bee so much. Yeah, I'll fight the pirate. Eh. So the gimmick of this fight is that when he whistles, he summons different fellas. You can technically shoot the shark and it will make it back away faster, but it doesn't really do much of anything. So the squid doesn't deal damage. If you get hit by the squid's things, what happens is that your screen blocks out, Mario Kart style. Fortunately, you can just run into the boat. It's not a hitbox. Which is very fortunate. Oh, final phase. This is the rough one. Which is weird because it only has the one attack pattern! That frickin' barrel. Frick! Frick! I need as much health as I can for this final phase. I didn't time it right. So you're either supposed to duck under the laser and pray to God you don't get hit by the barrel, or you jump over it and parry your way to victory. Both are... dang barrel. Sorry I'm more quiet than usual. I am trying to focus. We're locking in, as they say. The captain has his own episode in the Netflix show. It's quite funny. He doesn't have the double peg legs until hilarity ensues. Frick! And I was right there. Shoot, I'm just realizing I haven't been using the ticker for all of that. Oops. Well, after I clear, I can just go back to the water guy. I'm sorry, doggies. Again? Ah. Oh my god. That's a relief. Whew. You know what? I'll equip the super. You know, it's not like the super does much of a difference in terms of, it doesn't change much in terms of what the challenge entails of only using the one weapon. Anyway, time to talk to the guy. Through all your battles and all my rhymes, you have failed and perished 13 times. Wait, I only had 3 deaths against the captain? Okay, cool. That felt like way more. Alright, here's a boss I feel like will kill me a few times. Rumored Honeybottoms and Honeycomb Herald. Oi, oi, oi. Okay, that was a swift phase 1. Okay, we're getting this phase. This is probably the best attack to get in as much damage as you can, because even if her HP rolls over for the next phase, if she's still doing the bullet bill attack, it's still like you do more. What I'm trying to say is that you're still doing damage that counts for this final phase, which, oh man, this final phase sucks. Dominate and bominate, that's how I be. I was right there. Okay, at least phase 1 I do pretty effortlessly. Starting with with that attack, okay. If you play basic mode, which there's not much reason to, you literally can't progress the game if you play in basic mode, so I don't get the point. But if you play in basic mode, her final phase instead of the plane becomes the ball and chain. Oh, not the triangle. Oh, I didn't even get damage during that just from the dodging. Not that I mind. This is to my benefit if she's doing this attack. Oi! Frickin' really? Okay. Almost forgot to count it. That was only the 1 death, right? B. Because of course I got a B in the B level. Ay, ay, ay. I don't want to do this, boss. This is agreed upon to be like the hardest boss of the game. So, first phase, he has 3 body parts to kill, and depending... What sucks is that all 3 have unique attacks to deal with, but it doesn't matter what order you kill them, because the moment you start... See, because the body part, like, the moment you kill a body part, its attack that it uses is immediately replaced with something else. So, you kill the laser, it's replaced with the cannon. You kill the chest, it's replaced with these arms. You kill the belly part, the vent, and it's replaced with these homing bombs with gigantic hitboxes. How I took no damage for that phase is insane. And then comes the bullet hell. Ba-da-ba-ba-bum, ba-dum-ba-ba-bum, ba-dum-ba-ba-bum. I'm using that for the iframes. What I find funny is that the contract is not for the guy, but the robot. Like, the level is called Dr. Cal's Robot in Junkyard Jive. So it's his I'm sorry. I took no damage. That would have been an A+ if I did that slightly faster. Okay, I'm better at this game than I give myself credit for, but yeah, look at that. Soul Contract, Dr. Cal's Robot. So the deal with the devil was the robot. Like, the robot made a deal with the devil, not the doctor. You know, I'll show one thing. I am so steamed, I never want to hear Ludwig say less is more again. It's common sense that more is more. He doesn't know the first thing about fine music. And if you waste your time talking to him, neither will you. That Wolfgang. Always taking 10 notes to express 2 notes worth of music. He has no conception of what I mean by less is more. I know you agree with me. Go convince that 10-eared clock. He won't listen to me anymore. So Ludwig's been filling your mugs with his less is more drivel, huh? You keep talking to that fool and soon nothing will sound right to you. Don't say I didn't warn you. My friend Wolfgang warned you about me, didn't he? I thought he might, and he was right to do so. Not everyone prefers to hear what I have to share. Or is it one more back and forth? What did I tell you about talking with that minimalist buffoon? Less is more. Bah. You came back. I suspected you might. I can tell you have an appreciation for true art. Behold, my minimalist masterpiece. You came back. Okay, so yeah, he switches to every overworld theme is now piano. Also, time for my favorite boss fight in the game. This one is worth looking the soundtrack up for. Because, you know what? Husk. You know what you did. Okay, I want to try showing off the secret phase of this fight because it's kind of funny. Actually, I'll do the fight normal once, and then I'll show the secret phase because this is the last boss to have a secret phase, and this is a fight that changes the most if you do the secret. So she does appear in the show, but she's not an antagonist in any episode. Asbestos safety garden. This is confirmed a Final Fantasy VI reference, by the way. So you want to always break the meteor and have the star at the ready. But yeah, I do recommend looking up Dramatic Fanatic, the boss theme of this level, because towards the end of the song is a really good tap dance solo. Alright, first try. No time bonus. A B. I'll try that fight again because I do want to show the secret phases. I think they're quite funny. Also, I like the detail. When you shoot her, the husband in the background panics, but whenever you get hit, he does a little click of his heels. Anyway, that's one cherub. Lady, you gonna blow a kiss? Thank you. So the house is turned into a nunnery. And instead of babies throwing milk bottles directly below them, you got nuns throwing rulers at you. Or are they they're not crucifixes. Yeah, they're rulers. And so the third phase now also includes the husband. And what the husband does is that he summons those fireballs. Good riddance. Go away. It is time for my soliloquy. Alright, and then that's the end of the phase differences. I mean, the final phase is still the same gameplay-wise, but in the background, instead of the curtain call being the family and the priest, for the curtain call in the alternate route, you get just the nun and the priest. And here we got Werner Vermin. Because it's with a W, but he's German, you see. And apparently, back in the war, I believe the Germans were called Jerrys, and American soldiers or British soldiers. There was something about soldiers being called Toms and Jerrys. Honestly, most of the third island bosses are whole wall will attack you. Ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum dum 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 dum. And the cat was a robot this whole time. I believe Werner Vermin also gets his own episode in the show. Another A. Also, Huska did see your comment of the husband's gross. Yeah, for some reason his cutout feels more gross than the main boss, Sally. Ba-dum bum bum ba-dum dum dum bum ba-da-da-da-da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Time for Calamaria in High Sea Hijinks. Oh, you can only attack the head. Frick! Oh, that ain't good. I love her design, though. I like the use of, like, the octopus for the hair. I died. You dare to gaze? How about some stone boots so you can swim with the fishes? I saw a post on Tumblr once where someone thought, I don't understand the threat of cinder block shoes. What does concrete do to your feet that's so dangerous? And like the comments are just like, do you not understand? Did I tick that down? I think I did. Like, the threat of concrete shoes is specifically that threat of, like, making you sink to... Okay. You are a cutie. I'm not sure if I should catch and release. Good day for a swell battle. I believe in the Cuphead show she has a Russian accent. Womp. 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 Who knows? That is a good question. Is she wearing an octopus, or is her hair the octopus? Alright. So you just mash the shrink and spin the stick for whenever that happens. There we go. Original Kid Icarus is a game that holds up pretty well, and the 3DS version has such... Okay, cool. A+, perfect. The 3DS version has such beautiful backgrounds. Honestly, the 3D Classics versions of a lot of games are just great, because they don't have the frame rate issues of the NES originals, and they have some gorgeous backgrounds. Like, Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland is cool and all, but I think Kirby's Adventure 3D is the best way to play that game. Now, ladies and gentlemen, time for my favorite boss, like my absolute favorite boss of the base game. I'm going to mute because I love the theme of this boss, and I think y'all should get a listen.
A brawl is surely brewing. You're up.
Alright, that final phase is going to be the hardest one to do with the Peashooter. Yeah, but unlike Final Fantasy VI, you can't suplex this one. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-dum-bum-bum, bum-ba-da-dum, dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, ba-ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-da-ba-ba-bum. Bum-bum, ba-dum-dun-dun-dun, bum-bum, ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum-bum. Ba-ba-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. I love this boss so much. The music, I just love boss fights whenever they're on top of moving vehicles. Like this is like my favorite vibe for any type of thrilling scene. Bum 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 bum. Da 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 da. Really? Okay. Gotta be careful. There we go. Yeah, fortunately, if you save your special, it doesn't have much HP left otherwise. No time bonus. Huh. Well, that makes sense. Still an A-, baby. That's still a passing grade. In fact, that still gets you a 4.0 GPA, which today I overheard one of my bosses be like, oh yeah, I think I'm more suspicious of a 4.0 than someone having like a 3.8. Because like they're smart and in practice they know things. But they kind of lacked a few people skills or something like that. Anyway, we're already in the finale and we're an hour and a half in. King Dyson. All bets are off. Well, looky here. You actually pulled it off. But you've made me lose a bet. And for that, you ain't seeing the boss just yet. We're gonna play a little game first. So we got a gimmick fight. We got a die. You can land from 1 to 3, and that will take you to a boss fight. You only have to fight 3. As you see, there's hearts. Those... well, that gives you HP. So we roll the dice, see where they may fall. Come on, why don't we spin the wheel, see whom it may call. Anyway, first boss is a couple of glasses of alcohol. We got a shot glass, a whole bottle, and a martini glass. Second boss, I don't remember. Number 3, we have the cigar. His portrait when he kills you looks disgusting. Also, I am not looking at my phone, but I can imagine this is a bitrate destroyer right now. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. However, that one redeemed from Dark goes. Okay, I'm still safe. 4, 5, 6. I forget. I know out of all of these, the one I want to avoid is 7. Also, I'm not sure if you noticed, but this is just the intro theme, but for a boss. And I love it for that. Ba-da-da-da-da. Alright, gotta roll a 2 and then another 2. No! Oh my god! That's the reason this boss sucks. She moves way too fast for you to feasibly dodge. my god. Can I kill King Dice with 1 HP? I probably can. Also, I'm muting because I like the music. I wasn't expecting him to be bugged for that last attack. Not that I mind. So, quick fact, because it's relevant for this fight and in the DLC. At launch, the HP bonus was based on how much damage you took. But after an update, the HP bonus was changed to be based on how much HP you finished the fight with. So, for King Dice, you can get an A+ and an S rank even if you take damage if you get the nodes that get you extra HP. Anyway, we're in for one hell of a time. Well, look how far you've come. Not only did you bust up my good-for-nothing lackey King Dice, but I see you've got my soul contracts. As agreed, hand them over and join my team. Welching on me just like all the others, eh? I'll teach you for backing out of a deal. Have at you. So, Phase 1. I love the name of the theme. Admission to Perdition. And I love this take on already taking damage. I like that all his attacks relate to the different ways the devil has been depicted. Because, like, we had the serpent, we had Baphomet, and then he has a fly attack. There it is. And I died. You broke our deal. Now it's my turn to break you. So it's the literal devil. You know, from the Bible. There's a bit in the Cuphead show that's so funny. The devil kidnaps Mugman. So, like, in the show, they never call it hell, by the way, because it's a kid's show, so they can't. So there's a funny bit where the devil, trying to make Mugman sad, is just like, Mugman, I have terrible news. Your brother Cuphead, he's died. And Mugman's immediate reaction is, whoa, is he down here with me? And the devil is just like, what? No, he went, you know, and he points up, and Mugman is just like, not buying it. And the devil's just like, what? What do you mean not buying it? And Mugman is just like, if my brother really died, he'd be down here. I love the way the demons sound when you kill them. Ow! Ow! So, when the game launched, you could dodge that attack by just ducking. I don't know why they changed it, but also I don't mind the new strategy. Still... Final phase time. And it's a brutal one. Watch out for the spinning axe. Also, you need to parry that bomb, because if that bomb goes off, it covers half of the screen. Bum, bum, bum. No! Frick! Okay, you're coming. That attack always... I know how you're supposed to dodge it. You're supposed to get under him while he's doing a little wave, and then you duck. Okay, ain't no way. Yeah. Oh, right at the face transition. You know what? I may have complained about Dr. Cal's robot being the hardest, but that's because he's got a lot of moving parts. I will say, for sure, the devil is the one that actually gets you killed the most out of all the bosses in the game. And you know what? I appreciate whenever the final boss of something is actually the hardest boss of the game. I know that's a weird statement, but there's a surprising amount of games where the final boss is not as hard as it should be. Really? Rude. There used to be a glitch where if you stayed on this screen and just shot upward, that could kill him. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, that one was entirely on me. I shouldn't have jumped. Okay. Duh. Whoa. Sometimes he fakes you out and it's scary. Ah, frick, I jumped. I jumped too early. Not this one. Whoa. How did I not get hit? Ay, ay, ay. No. Final phase. How am I supposed to deal with the final phase if it's... Oh, no. Oh, chat, I think I'm cooked. I'm just gonna reset if I get hit during this first phase at all. I need as much HP as I can for the phase transition. Oh, 2 HP is fine. 2 HP. If I phase transition with only 1 HP, then it's a no-go. Frick. Come on, fire. Mm. Okay. 3 HP for the final phase. Let's go. Uh. Oh my god. How long did that take? Alright, I started streaming and now we're in 42 minutes ago. Oh, and I still got the time bonus? Oh, that was an A+. Oh. We gaming. Oh, we gaming. And then everyone cheers for Cuphead and McMahon. But we're still not done. Oh my god, my heart's racing. That was fun. I hope that was entertaining because that was also very exhilarating and I'm proud of myself. The legendary chalice bid me carry a message to you. She needs your help. A far-off isle, mysterious discovery. So, to unlock the DLC, well, aside from purchasing it, you do need to clear one mausoleum. And you can do this at any point that you unlock the oarsman. Is he a clock or a compass? I can't tell. What could legendary chalice be looking for all the way out here? Gosh, Cuphead, I don't know. I hope she's okay. For yourselves. It worked. It really worked. I'm alive again. But now I'm a ghost. What's going on here? Everything's gone topsy-turvy. Follow me, boys. I can explain everything. For ages, I've been trying to find a way to escape the astral plane, but nothing worked. Until now. Boys, let me introduce you to Chef Saltbaker, the greatest chef in all the lands. Welcome, friends. Welcome to my bakery. Miss Chalice, I see my cookie has worked wonders on you. Oh, my stars. I'm a ghost again. Oh my, a finicky thing, the cookie. The taste is sweet, but the effect is brief. Fret not, though, my concerned little cups. I've come up with an amazing new recipe. One bite of this Wonder Tart, and you'll have complete control over the astral plane. This Wonder Tart could bring Chalice back to life for good? No swapping places or nothing? Indeed, just one problem. The recipe requires exceptional ingredients held by the most fearsome of foes. Well, if the Wonder Tart is what it takes to bring Chalice back to life, then by golly, we'll find those ingredients. It's fun listening to the music and recognizing motifs that show up later. Stay on your guard, intrepid cups. Fetching those ingredients will be a test of wit and wills. But remember, like any good bake, heart and soul is the secret ingredient. So, we can equip Chalice. I'm not doing that. I wonder if you saw because... What is it with you and that very specific Bible reference? You make it all the time. Anyway, Glumstone the Giant in Gnome Way Out. And it's even weirder because when it comes to, like, not looking back, most people go to the story of Orpheus and Eurydice. Is it Eurydice or Eurydice? Anyway, this boss first phase is kind of a brutal one. You have to pay attention to these columns, but also you literally can't stand on the floor for long because then gnomes will come and poke you. I died. Listen, I'm Bible-pilled, sue me? Husk, that's the funniest way to describe that you're Christian.
A brawl is surely brewing. And begin.
Now I'm thinking of a bit from The Simpsons where Homer and Bart want to convert to Catholicism. So the Reverend and others of the church are trying to convince Marge to make sure they don't convert. And what's really funny is that when she imagines the afterlife, she doesn't imagine like Bart and Homer going to hell. She imagines them still going to heaven, but there's like a separate version of heaven for Catholics. And in Catholic heaven, it is specifically the Mexicans, Irish, and Italians, which I find really, really funny. Whoa! So the reason I'm not using Chalice, even though this is her DLC, Chalice has 4 HP instead of 3. That's it. That's literally the only reason I'm not using her, for the sake of the challenge. Also, the DLC took just as long as the base game to develop, and I think with how much spectacle these fights have, I see why. So the gimmick of this final phase is when he spits a bone, the little bony fella will ring a bell, and that will be the cue to parry, and that will bring back the rest of the fellas who have sunk. Oh, the fact I have 1 HP for this is really stressful. Oh, there we go, finally. Very strange final phase. Also, I feel like that final phase is a reference to something very specific. Not the vor part, but the face on the tumor, or whatever that is, resembles a lot, from the Fleischer shorts. It looks a lot like the old man from the mountain. Also, man, it's already 9? Dang. Mortimer Freeze and Snow Colt Scuffle.
Here's a real high-class bout. Here goes.
Eeh. Ooh. Oh, frick. Oh, that's... It'll be a hot December before I let you be a member.
A brawl is surely brewing.
Wanna be a member? Wanna be a member? No. That's a reference to a Fleischer short. Because Fleischer Studios are the ones who made Betty Boop. But first they made... I think his name is Bimbo the Dog. And there is one short, where Bimbo's getting harassed by a cult that keeps going, wanna be a member, wanna be a member. And the ending of that short is so weird because every cult member turns out to be Betty Boop. And it's not like not like that she was orchestrating it the whole time. It is literally every cult member is her. Like a separate Betty Boop. From what I remember. The little icicle enemies feel like they'd be Mario enemies. Oh, finally the second phase. Of the flute here. I don't know why, but suddenly I'm thinking of Paper Mario. Frick. Oh boy. Oh, thank goodness. It was really just phase 1 giving me all that issues, huh? Whew. Alright, before we go to the next boss, there is a secret boss. 100% optional. But the way you get it's kind of silly. I was the first to the top, and those losers were left down at the bottom. Left down. I've been down all morning, but the second place finish has me smiling. Left down, down, down right. So their dialogue is literally a clue for this puzzle. Which... oh! I can't even do it because I need an artifact. So we're visiting the shop first. So left down, down, down right. Day one of this game was really fun. Left down, down, down right. Wish you way and wish you might, your soul is now trapped in the night. Yeah, I do like this gimmick of like, oh, look away and, those attacks won't affect you. But, its implementation is kind of brutal. Okay, I'm gonna... I don't want to actually beat it. It's very tiresome without other weapons, and also, it's optional. So what you do get, if you beat that, the cursed relic, the broken relic, becomes a cursed relic. It opens its eye. The cursed relic puts you at 1 HP and gives you random weapons every time you use the shoot button. However, you get the effect of another accessory, the parry ring. The parry ring, every first, third, and sixth parry, you get 1 HP. And then that's it. So you get to restore 3 HP throughout a fight. Every time you beat a boss, if you have the cursed relic equipped, you open its eye more and more. And when it's done opening its eye, it becomes the legendary relic, where it keeps the random weapon effect, but it employs the effect of every accessory of the game all at once. So you get invincibility while dashing, you get an axe attack when you parry, you get automatic parry, and you get HP restoring. Also, this is... okay, I was trying to trigger the secret secret phase, but I failed. Fighting the doggies. Looks like your skills have gone AWOL, flea bags.
Here's a real high-class stuff. It's on.
Now, I'm not saying I want to see fan art, but I'm surprised I haven't seen much fan art of this team of characters. I love their theme, though. It really suits the vibe of the fight. I could make my own. I, too, am an artist. Alright, I'll try to trigger the secret phase. It's quite a doozy. Okay, if you get them all to low HP, this happens. Ooh, yee. Oh, I died. Oh, I was right there. Oh well, I at least got to show the secret phase. That's what I wanted to show. Because I need to show what the actual gimmick of the last phase is without the secret stuff. Affirm Roger Fox. Affirm. They're just saying ARF. You know, I think I like this boss for the same reason I like the Phantom Express, and that's because fights on moving vehicles are just cool. Frick. Something about their animation when you get them down is really funny to me. These little dudes are like the hardest phase when you have just a Peashooter, but I think they're very cute. You enjoying my suffering there? Okay, that's how you do that phase quicker with the special. Oh. Oh, there we go. Oh, that fight's quite a spectacle. Got the pineapple mint. Now, I'm gonna break a rule and switch to Miss Chalice for this one because I love the speedrun strat for this fight. This is my favorite fight to do in any speedrun because it's pure skill. I like how it's called High Noon Hoopla, but the background is distinctly not High Noon. This is such a brutal boss. And by brutal, I mean just what happens to the boss. You know what? Even though I beat it, I did get hit 3 times, and if I was playing Cuphead or Mugman, that would have been a death, so I'm counting that in the clicker. I like how I've kept calling every successive boss my favorite, but... man... bugs. It's the bootlegger boogie. So we got the spider, and now we got the jitterbug. Okay. Back when the game came out, it was very funny to see people react to the fake out knockout. So, cool fact about that boss, Phase 1, the spider design, is reused from an unused beta design of a spider boss they had planned for the base game and didn't end up completing. Also, let's go, we got all the ingredients, let's go to Chef Saltbaker. And the second phase, there is a dummied out boss in the base game's files that have that attack pattern with the lasers. So it's kind of cool that they would use the unused stuff. Anyway. Welcome back, you meddlesome brats. I didn't think you'd be back so soon. No matter. It's too late to stop me now. The Wonder Tart will be my finest work yet. A shame I never told you about the most important secret ingredient. A living soul. While you suckers were out doing my bidding, I nabbed your little friend here. When her soul power is baked into the Wonder Tart, the cosmic powers of the astral plane will be mine. Cuphead, Mugman, you gotta help me. But first, I'll take those ingredients, and then I'll use your heads as serving dishes. Finale time. Yes, this boss theme goes hard. I'm gonna stay very quiet though.
This match will get red hot. And begin!
Oh my god. It's phase 1 that gives me the most trouble. That's because his hitbox is constantly moving around. Frick. Because his hitbox is specifically his face. Okay, that was way cleaner.
A great slam and stop.
Man.
Here goes. A great slam and stop. Now go.
my god. We did it. Almost 2.5 hours later. I did every single boss except the secret boss with a Peashooter. Miss Chalice! Thank goodness you're okay. That dastardly saltbaker, he had us hoodwinked the whole time. Look, this place is coming down. Let's get out of here. I think this epilogue is really funny. He's just straight up arrested.
I am Chef Saltbaker. I have been a naughty cook. The recipe was in my book. The recipe was overcooked. I should not have.
And he just does community service.
Now I go to my head. Now I'll bake for good. Now I'll bake my bread.
That's too easy of a joke, Husk. I'm sorry, I'm not going to give you props for that one. Oh yeah, I completely ignored the King's Castle. There's some bosses that you do, but you can only beat them by just parrying. They're not very fun. Well, at least with Cuphead and Mugman. With Chalice, they're very fun, but they're not part of this Peashooter run because they already have a gimmick. Shoutouts to Cuphead for being props to Cuphead for being pro-rehabilitation. That's what I wanted to say. Anyway, I'll end the stream there. This was fun. But also, man, what a doozy. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. I don't want to deal with all the shenanigans of rating someone on mobile. See ya.